All right, thanks for joining me today on Discovering My YouTube. And well, I'm doing a video on YouTube. Now, I'm not a guru, so I'm not even going to pretend to be. I'm basically a guy who's been trying to do something with YouTube for quite a while. I've gone through an array of starting out just wanting to make money. How can I make money off this? I really like the art of it. I liked making videos. I liked editing videos, and I did all that. And I never really kind of got comfortable with any of it. So I'm kind of at the point here right now where I'm kind of doing a crossover of kind of sharing experiences. I've got multiple videos that I'm working on. I've got an investment video, I've got a fitness video, I've got a life experience video. Of course, I've got this YouTube video, which is not gonna probably do a lot. So what I've kind of experienced is trying to, work on thumbnails, work on titles, work on presentation. I got cameras, I got lighting, I got all kinds of stuff, and so I basically got rid of everything. And I'm coming at it with the focus of shared experience. So very rustic, talking to the camera and kind of talking about the experience. So really, going from trying to do everything the gurus tell you to do to kind of throwing it out the window. So they always say just do one video, put all your effort into one video. Well, I'm doing multiple. I think I got 6 channels, and I'm okay with that, because you kind of do all the research, and it says like you can't throw up 6 videos a day. The algorithm doesn't like that, or doesn't necessarily pick them all up until one hits, and then you take off. And then you have, another guru saying doing 30 videos in 30 days, and I did that, and it didn't work. Trying to do them consistently, one a week for like 3 months, didn't really see anything. And then they're like, oh, you got to do a year, and sometimes it takes 2 years. And so there's a lot of guessing. They throw out a lot of different information, right? So it's going to be different for each genre. It's going to be different for each channel, each person. Of course, the people telling you this have had success, so they're kind of using their success. But of course, they were successful 10 years ago, and now they just keep going. A lot of the gurus, I've seen them refurbish the same video, and they just talk about the same stuff over and over again because it makes them money. And so, yeah, I want to be monetized. I would like to make some money off of it. But on the other hand, I also want to do something that I enjoy. So how does that work? So essentially in this channel here, that's just me sharing experience. And so the experience is going to change from day to day. The frustration is going to change my attitude, my outlook, how I present things. But I'm also going to be mindful of what I've done in the past and what's improved in the future. So this whole group of videos that I have now, as opposed to what I had 3-4 years ago, is going to be something completely different. I had a lifestyle video I was doing last year, which I'd been doing for another whole year before that. So I did for about 1.5 years. And I was following an experience that I was having, and everything just kind of went, out the back door kind of thing. That didn't work out. So doing a video about it really got difficult for me, because I didn't really know how to transition. So I ended up just dropping it and leaving it. So I'm going to start over my experience with YouTube. So if I'm doing something, it's going to be so much easier. So here's what it is. My primary target right now is my investment video. And I'm going to tell you why. Not just because it could potentially make me the most money, which is attractive. Why not, hey? I mean, that is an attractive thing. We all need money. Unless you have money, then you think, oh, well, money doesn't buy you happiness. And I could sure as heck tell you it would buy me some. I would be okay with that. Now, it's a stock trading. And I'm not going to share any of my other channels with this channel, because according to what I've learned, if you get people who go check out your channel and they're not interested in that stuff, they just want to see how that channel's doing, the algorithm picks up your profile and factors you into what they're going to show to other people, and that's going to be a whole bunch of people that aren't interested in investing, all of a sudden come see my videos. They only watch like 2% of it, and I get really, bad click-through rates and what have you. So watch rates, click-through rates do matter, and that's important. So I don't want just people randomly going there. So I'm not sharing, but nonetheless, the investment video, really, I like investing. I like trading stocks. I don't make a ton of money off of it, but I like doing it. I have a certain expertise level that I think is worthwhile for beginners and helping them get set up. So it's just beginner information, and yeah, I'm going to get going on that. Now, I did kind of start it off in a different fashion when this is an older channel, where I was doing follow my investment challenge, but then I realized, who cares to follow somebody who's not trading very much money and isn't trading millions of dollars? It's not as exciting. So I'm, well, there's people definitely want to know about this, so how can I help them? So I went to a kind of a help type of video. Then recently in life, I've had basically a kind of a reset. So for older people, my age, focusing more on males because I'm male. I can't really speak to how females reset their lives. So I'm doing a kind of a reset for life, a channel, and just kind of discussing all the things I've gone through and what I'm working on doing to change my life and kind of refocus. And I think that's reasonable, right? I don't know. Based on AI though, there is a lot of people looking to connect that way, and so it's a good way for me to connect with other people, because I don't do well in groups, but yet it gives me an opportunity to maybe connect with people who come to my channel, hear about different stories, share with them what I'm doing, share with other things that I've learned, and go from there. I do have a fitness one. I'm working on my fitness. It's part of my reset, but it's also just the focus on its own fitness. I do a gaming channel. I really like strategy games, and I thought, well, if I'm going to spend time playing a game, I want to make it useful, right? So I want it useful for me. So I have a hard time because I don't want to waste my time just playing a game. But if I'm going to do it, I get something out of it and put it on a channel. Maybe it grows into something, maybe it doesn't, but at least there's a little bit more focus for it, and it gives it just that little bit more meaning. I really I struggle with actually even wanting to play games now, because I feel like I need to make the most of all my time. I'm getting older. I want to accomplish things, and so I kind of it kind of lets me have that break from life and just play a game, but I can do something with YouTube on it, and overall kind of it fits for me anyway. Yeah. So what else did I tell you? I got one more, I think, somewhere. What is my last one? That might be everything. I got a whole bunch of video on YouTube channels. So here on Discovering on my YouTube, it's basically going through experiences. And I gotta say, because I haven't been monetized, I haven't had the YouTube success. It kind of does make you feel a little less, like you want to do YouTube. But of course, you listen to the gurus, and they're like, oh, if you just gone a little bit further, you would have made it. And if you'd done this, you'd made it, blah, 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 and you'd made it. And like they talk about how YouTube gives you zero, puts you in front of zero people, or you get in front of people and you get 0 views. And it's kind of a process until you get that one that goes viral. And so what I'm doing with this whole set of all these videos is I'm just going to enjoy the process of making the videos. I'm going to post them and tell you what happens. And yeah, so essentially for all my videos, I have a certain style that I'm setting up. So I'm going to have that, and I'm going to have certain thumbnails. So I'm going to have fairly similar thumbnails for each video on the different channels. So I have different thumbnails for different channels. And I have a certain style of title that I'm going to play with, start with, and then kind of evolve that over time. So titles, thumbnails kind of have a certain structure until probably for a year. And then, yeah, the videos themselves are going to be pretty generic, with not a lot of B-roll. I'm going to do a lot of talking, explaining with some B-roll, probably less to start with, more as I get going, as I start adding pieces. And that's not because I'm doing so many different videos, it's because I'm not really sure how I want to piece that together yet. And I've done B-roll for other stuff, and it just feels like you're kind of filling in, and I don't just want to fill in, I want it to be meaningful. So as I kind of develop a little bit more of a style for each channel, I'll kind of either add B-roll, or I'll add different looks to do things, where I do split screens or what have you. It's all kind of a process, but I just want to get it going, be consistent with it, and get that going. Because a lot of the information you get, whether it's AI or the gurus, or you go on websites, everyone talks about this consistency of uploading. Make sure you're uploading consistently. And so if I'm putting up my videos on a regular basis and I'm getting that going, and then it doesn't matter, Mr. Beast talks about it, all the gurus talk about it, get better at one thing every day. And so I'm not going to get better at one thing every day, because it's just going to take me a while to kind of get that rolling. But really, the consistency is the first thing. The second thing is then kind of add on what fits with the different genres I'm doing, different videos, different mindsets that I'm trying to kind of create. And sometime in the next year, I'm going to look back and go, did I do enough to get monetized? If I'm not already monetized, and what do I need to change? What do I need to add? What do I need to subtract? And in a year, I'm going to worry about monetization. So 2027, I'm not even going to worry about it this year. I mean, yes, if I get monetized, I'd be extremely happy. But if I don't get monetized, it doesn't matter. And this video right here, I'm babbling a lot. I think I'm at 12 minutes already. But I'm thinking it's probably going to be YouTube showing it to very few people. And most people are going to realize I'm not a guru after the first 30 seconds and click away. So YouTube's not showing this to who I'd want to see it, which would be people who are experiencing the same thing and just want to connect with somebody who's had the same experience, or maybe is, like, a little bit ahead of them as far as, like, I've tried different things, didn't have the success, they're having a lot of non-success. Those kind of people that are in that same boat, but kind of wondering, how do I get through it, or just hearing that they're not alone. Those are the kind of people I'm assuming I'm going to connect with. Maybe I'll connect with different people, not 100% sure, but but nonetheless, it's I'm assuming nobody is going to make it to this point, because of the number of people that are going to see it, and and who YouTube's going to show it to. So if I actually hit my demographic, I might have people see this far in the video, and if I don't, doesn't matter. I'm going to keep working on trying to find my demographic, who wants to watch this type of video, who wants to connect with somebody in this kind of the same boat, who's had the experience, somebody who wants to know they're not alone, and someone who just wants that that feeling of, yeah, it's okay to keep pursuing your YouTube goals even though you haven't reached that success yet. So do click subscribe and like, follow along if you are that person who I did reach, who actually wants to watch these types of videos. I will be making lots of videos sharing my experiences and what I've tried and what I succeeded and failed at, and definitely talk about all the different things that I think YouTube can do for me and what I enjoy about it. We'll see you next time.